My name is Lois Gore. I live in East Hampton, and we're in my home studio with my friend Leandra. She's also a student, and I've been here 36 years. This studio is specifically ancient jewelry making techniques. We start with 24 karat gold, we alloy it to 22 karat gold, handmade jewelry. Nothing is cast, nothing is purchased. A lot of the students stopped coming, and also I pet sit, and all the people who had booked my entire summer into the fall kept canceling. I spiraled down a rabbit hole. I didn't know where the income was going to come from, and I didn't really know what I was going to do. The first thing I did is I got on the phone and called any creditor, PSE&G, the telephone company, any place where I had to pay a bill. They all worked with me, and I could postpone my payments. So I did that for about 6 months. I didn't realize at the time they were postponing the payments that then you were going to have to pay. But then the phone started ringing, and people who were interested in making jewelry started coming to the workshop. So actually, the pandemic increased my business. I think people who wanted to make jewelry, but were busy with their lives and didn't have time, all of a sudden people had time. And they started searching the internet. And if you search the internet, you can find Hampton Gem. I had housewives who were looking to get away from their family for a little bit. And they thought it was a very special time, very private time. One woman who came didn't even tell her husband what she was doing. She wanted private time when wasn't interrupted by her 3 children and her husband. So that was fun. In Southampton, somebody came, Montauk. It's very time intensive. Leandra will tell you, it's very time consuming.
Yeah, I took a class, and I wanted to learn more just basic metalsmithing. So I decided to go to Italy to take an intensive program in Florence about the beginning of February. So it was right before the pandemic hit. And so I was there, and I learned a lot. And then I had to come back because coronavirus was spreading crazy in Italy. And when I came back, I dove into more courses with Lois, and we do one project at a time.
There's something beautiful about a piece of jewelry that has 50 hours of labor put into it. It resonates with an energy that you don't find with mass-produced jewelry. So I think it's very special. I think it's worth preserving these ancient techniques, and making things by hand, I think, is important. With everything mass-produced and the world moving so quickly, it's good to slow down, spend time, work on something worthwhile, and then you get to wear it. Every time I'm faced with a challenge and I'm forced to push and find solutions, I grow. So because I've been doing this more, I'm growing more. So I'm expanding. And with making jewelry the way we do it by hand, it's endless. There's never an end to it. You never stop learning. That was one of the reasons why I loved making jewelry when I first started 21 years ago, because I knew I'd never get bored. You can't get bored. There's always a challenge. I was very impressed with certain companies like Provisions. They were closed for a while, but then they opened. You could call, put in your order, and they would give you produce. Waltham Farm would also be open, and Open-Minded Organics. I ordered everything online that was non-perishable. So I would come home with my huge box of produce, and I'd make soups and stews and casseroles, freeze everything. So I think I got more in touch with eating and preparing food. Made people friendlier. That on the street, we were all experiencing the same thing. I remember being in the hardware store. It was the first time going out. I had galoshes on my shoes and gloves on my hand and my mask, and being online, and we were all just sort of sharing stories. It was very friendly. And yeah, I think it brought us together, brought the community closer together. For me, I think the word connection sums it up, because you knew how important it was to have people in your life, to have people you love, to be able to see people you love. You understood how horrible it was not to see the people you loved. I have a boyfriend here in East Hampton, and it was very difficult because we usually went out to eat, and all of a sudden our main activity ended. So we did a thing we would call work together. We would make it 2 hours where we were outdoors. 1 week we'd go to his house, 1 week to my house, and for 2 hours we'd have an outdoor project. We'd rake the leaves or paint the decks or wash the windows, and we were together, but we were separated. We didn't get very close together, but that was hard on us, not really being able to get together and go out to eat. And he liked to, he's a painter, and he liked to go to his meetings and his classes, so I was a little nervous about being with him because he was with groups and I was isolated, so we just did our work together.